Hello everyone, I'm Rhonda Pearson.
And I'm Trooper Angela Bieber. This is On the Radar.
Trooper Bieber, what are we going to discuss today?
Today's topic is license to carry concealed firearms.
And who can carry a concealed firearm in Pennsylvania?
In Pennsylvania, to get your license to carry, you have to be at least 21 years old and apply through your local sheriff in the county that you live in. Once you've applied with the sheriff in your county, that sheriff has 45 days to conduct a background investigation on you and a PICS check to see if you are qualified to carry a firearm, and then the sheriff will issue the license to carry.
Where and when is this used for?
So the license to carry gives you the privilege to carry your firearm concealed on your person or to transport it in your vehicle within arm's reach. And that license is good for 5 years till you would have to go back and get it renewed again.
What are some of the things that could prohibit a person from getting a concealed carry license?
Well, when the sheriff does the background investigation, he will look at your criminal history, and there's a number of criminal offenses, 30 or more, that would prohibit you from obtaining a license to carry. Most of those are felonies, to include various assaults, burglary, robbery, and like I said, more than 30 different offenses that could prohibit you.
Trooper Bieber, what if I'm traveling in my vehicle with my firearm and I get pulled over by a police officer? What should I do?
Okay, as law enforcement, we always recommend that you do what the officer asks you to do. We recommend that you keep your hands on the steering wheel. If the firearm is in the vehicle with you, advise us that the firearm is there, where it is, especially if it happens to be close to your driver's license, registration, insurance, some of those things that we will probably be asking you to reach for. It helps us feel more at ease that if we know that you're being upfront and honest with us. You might be asked to turn over your license to carry permit to show us that you are allowed to have that. And just slow movements, and again, like I said, just following the instructions of the officer.
Along those lines, what if I'm traveling outside of Pennsylvania?
Okay, so your license to carry that you obtain in Pennsylvania is good for the state of Pennsylvania. If you're traveling to another state, we always recommend that you contact that state prior to your travels to find out what their law is, and they might have reciprocity with Pennsylvania. Not all states do. So if you're making a cross-country trek and you want to take your firearm with you, you want to check your route along the way and make sure each state that you're traveling through that you're allowed to have that firearm with you, because you can definitely get in some serious trouble if you're carrying a firearm in a state and you're not allowed to have it there.
Would a person call the state police of that particular state to find out?
Right, I would contact a state police agency or possibly even their attorney general's office.
What if I need to carry my firearm, but I don't have a license to carry?
Okay, so if you're carrying a firearm with you and you happen to have it loaded, say, in the passenger seat or in your glove compartment, and you don't have your license to carry, that will cause you big problems. That is a felony offense. Now, if you happen to be traveling to a firing range to practice with your firearm, that is legal as long as you transport it properly. You want to make sure that it is out of reach, say in your trunk or somewhere that's inaccessible to you as you're driving. Probably want to break it down so it's not able to be used. Use a gun lock, lock it inside a box, and keep your ammunition separate from the gun itself.
And separate meaning it can't be a box beside the gun, meaning gun somewhere, ammunition somewhere else completely, correct?
Correct.
Trooper Bieber, what are some ways a person can lose their license to carry once they get one?
Good question, Rhonda. And we'll find out as soon as we come back from this break.
The Arcadia Theater on Main Street in Wellsboro is proud to present the latest hits from Hollywood. With 4 screens of first-run films, we deliver movies when they are released with the small-town service you expect. The Arcadia is proud to have served the community since 1921 by bringing you the best movies, including Justice League coming November 17th and Star Wars The Last Jedi coming December 15th. We look forward to seeing you at the movies.
For 112 years, Dunham's Department Store has served Wellsboro and surrounding communities. Our unique size offers us the ability to hand-pick merchandise from vendors like Pendleton, Woolrich, Under Armour, and more. Come, step back in time and see why we say there's something about Dunham's.
Welcome back. Right before the break, Rhonda asked what are some of the ways that someone could lose their license to carry. Some of the ways would be being convicted of one of the prohibiting offenses, that list of 30 or more felonies, the assaults, burglary, robbery, etc. If you are convicted of one of those crimes, you have 60 days to transfer your firearm to someone who does not live in the household with you. Additionally, if you are found to be acting irresponsibly with your firearm, the sheriff can look into that and revoke your license.
I don't think many people think about that. Once they get their license, they think, all right, I'm good to go. But you can lose it as well. Trooper Bieber, are there any locations that even though I have a concealed carry license, I'm not allowed to have a gun on me?
Right. Some of the obvious ones would be elementary and secondary schools, federal facilities, court facilities, TSA, airport security, your correctional facilities. Those areas definitely are not allowed to have them there.
What do you recommend to people as far as being responsible gun owners?
Well, we always recommend that any firearm that you own that you are familiar with. That way, if you did have to use it in some situation, you know what you're working with. We always recommend that they stay secured so that if someone happens to break into your home, it's not something that can be stolen, especially if you have children in the home, that they can't get a hold of them and hurt themselves or someone else. And just be familiar with the laws as concerning guns, whether it's transporting it somewhere or what your rights and responsibilities are as a gun owner.
Thank you so much, Trooper Bieber, for being here today and discussing this very important topic. Are there any other resources that people could look to get more answers on this topic as well?
Sure. The state police, our website at www.psp.pa.gov. We have firearms information on our website page. You can also go to the Pennsylvania Attorney General's website for more information, and even your own county website would have directions to the sheriff's office and things you need to know about your own personal county that you live in and interacting with your sheriff.
Thank you so much, Trooper Bieber, for everything.
Sure, thanks for having me.
And thank you for joining us today
For On the Radar, right here at the Homepage Network.